I just ask you generally where your defense is heading into first game of the year.
Well, the biggest thing will be tackling, because you don't get a lot of live tackling in training camp. So tackling is always the biggest thing. And then the second thing we'll be looking at as a defense staff is our freshmen, the younger guys that are playing. Does the game become too big where they just start doing their own thing instead of doing what they've been doing in practice? That'll be something that we'll be talking about as a defense staff the whole time, tackling. And all right, how's our young guys? Are they doing what they're supposed to, or we call it the fog of war? Is the bullets alive now? Are they starting to do their own stuff when they're not doing stuff like that in practice?
Who of the freshmen have stood out?
Stephen Clark, Amir, Kadir, and Jake. They'll see action. The other guys are just a little bit behind them. We don't know if we're going to play them yet or not. We have not made that decision.
Talk about the line and where you think the D line is right now.
Well, if we get John and Ron back, that's a step up. Now we'll have to be careful with the reps because they're obviously not in football shape. So we'll have to pick and choose when we're going to play them, they can't play the whole game. So we'll have to pick and choose and see how they're doing by the time we get there. So there's still 2 days left and injuries recover, or maybe they're not feeling so good. We'll have to make that decision as we go to game time.
Scott mentioned that he thought Ron was good to go when he said today. When you have a guy like that, do you put him on a snap count? Is it kind of a feel-based thing? How do you approach something like that?
No, we'll put Ron out there, let him play because he says he feels good. How much we use him, we'll determine how the game goes. You know, if we're behind, then he's got to play. If we're even, he's got to play. If we get a little bit of lead, then we'll probably tone down his reps a little bit. It'll all be on how the game is going as we go through.
Has he gotten any full practices under his belt?
No, he has not. So he's not going to be in shape to play the whole game. So we'll have to monitor that. That'll be our job as we go through the game, monitor him and John's reps in terms of how much they can play. Because you don't want him to get too tired and then something else injured. Because you're not in game shape, you might get something else injured.
What's the hardest part, Chuck, when a guy has missed 2 or 3 weeks, when he comes first
shape,
time back?
The
wind?
Being in shape. Yeah. Football, you can't just get on a treadmill or get on a Stairmaster or swim. It's just a whole different game. So we'll have to just see how they are as we go with fatigue. We'll have to keep our eyes on them, and if they're getting too tired, then not playing. If they're going good, then let them play.